Honourable Speaker. After some back and forth with this government, I was happy to hear during education estimates back on May 20th, 2025, that a new high school would in fact be built in Tyndall Park, specifically on Commercial Avenue on the north side of Inkster. I was hoping that because it's been nearly a year, that the Minister could provide some details as to when construction is expected to begin.
The Honourable Minister of Education and Early Childhood Learning.
Thank you very much to the member from Tyndall Park for that question, and it gives me great pleasure to stand in this House and talk about the investments that we're making in our kids here in Manitoba, both in funding of schools, but also in building new schools in the member for Tyndall Park's constituency and in constituencies all across Manitoba. I can share with her that there will be more news in the budget, in Budget 2026, about that school and the other 11 schools. We're going to announce all the progress that we've made on the 11 schools that we announced in Budget 2025. We're so excited recently to announce a brand new school for the DSFM in the beautiful constituency of St. Boniface. So there's going to be a lot of great news to share in Budget 2025, progress on the schools that the
time has expired. The Honourable Member for Tyndall Park on a supplementary question.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Plans for a new school in Tyndall Park were initially created by the former government several years ago. It was unfortunate that after the last election, we learned the school was going to be cut. However, to this government's credit, they brought it back when they saw the high demand for it. I share this to highlight that a new school in Tyndall Park has been delayed long enough, and I'm eagerly awaiting now to see what's going to happen later in today's budget. I was hoping that the Minister could share just a few more details about the school. For example, what is the catchment area for the students, and when will classes be up and running?
The Honourable Minister of Education and Early Childhood Learning.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and thank you to the member for Tyndall Park for a little bit of that history lesson. I will correct the record, though, Honourable Speaker, for the chamber. The previous government did announce a school. They announced a whole bunch of schools, but unfortunately, those schools were written. They can continue clapping for the schools that they didn't build. The plan for those schools, Honourable Speaker, was written on the back of the same napkin that they wrote their budget on, Honourable Speaker. Those plans never went to Treasury Board on this side of the House. Instead of announcing fake schools, we're going to announce real schools with real dollars put behind them in Tyndall Park and in St. Boniface, in Brandon, and all across this beautiful province. So that we can, why, Honourable Speaker? We're doing it for the kids.
Time has expired. The Honourable Member for Tyndall Park on a final supplementary question.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. On January 7th, just a couple of months ago, I was advised in a letter from the Minister that discussions with the Winnipeg School Board pertaining the new school in Tyndall Park had begun. The population surrounding the school only continues to grow, and parents and students alike continue to be affected by class sizes and necessary transportation requirements. Can the Minister provide an update with respect to these discussions with the school divisions?
The Honourable Minister of Education and Early Childhood Learning.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and we are so thrilled for the excellent relationships and partnerships that we have with school divisions right across this great province. We have partnerships with the Winnipeg School Division that's going to ensure that this school is built in central Winnipeg. And you know what's going to be built in that school, Honourable Speaker? There is going to be childcare put in that school. Not only in central Winnipeg, but we're going to be adding schools with childcare centres in Devonshire Park. We're going to be adding schools with childcare centres in Waverley and schools with childcare centres in Brandon. We are going to be addressing the need after years and years of PC's failures and cuts. The failure to invest in education, the failure to actually plan and budget for new schools, the cost of new schools skyrocketed.
Time has expired.